changing your hands now. That's it. So Yana, switch your hands now. Hold it there. So change your hands this way. Change. That's it. Now slide in with your left leg and punch. That's it. You do the opposite. Okay.
How many beers did you have at that barbecue?
5.
Well, that usually helps, you know.
And 1 dog. That's a trick question, wasn't it? I had a few Guinnesses as well, so excuse me.
Was it a pint or a yard?
Pints.
I don't know, 5 yards of Guinness for that's how to be here. I think he'd be out for a couple of days.
I'm at work tomorrow. A few hours.
Well, 5 yards after your work would probably be better. Good. All right. Good. So let's loosen this up a little bit. But it's always good to try to keep working these gears if you can, right? The opposite things happening. All right. Good. So I wanted to work on Basai Dai again. All right. So let's everybody knows Basai Dai, right? Yeah, we all do. Yeah. Yana knows it, right? So just think from here. You just go ahead and start going through the kata yourself. You know, this whole thing here. Yeah. Self-started. Kind of get it refreshed in your mind what you're doing, yeah. That's fine. No, I have to. Good, okay, all right. So we've all kind of gone through it and started with it. So let's take the first move. Now there's a lot of interpretations what it means, you know, what the bunkai is. I think a lot of the real bunkai is probably something that we would never think of. You know, I've been told, oh, you're using this as a back fist strike, pushing it in. Somebody grabs your wrist and you're using it as a trap to break the grip. I think more of it, more like a choke. I'll demonstrate it another time, but it's like I get the guy's head, and his head is under here like a guillotine, right? Like the guillotine, and this motion here is the choke. Now in the kata, you always take things to the conclusion. You know, when you're practicing this, you're going to be here, and you go, well, that doesn't really look like that. Only because his head's in the way. You know, if you keep going, you can get there, but he's not going to be around after this. So that's the whole thing. Is kata shows the conclusion of the move, and in self-defense, that's what you would do, right? So whatever your bunkai is, you know, imagine this isn't necessarily the first move in the kata, all right? This is how we start the kata, but it could be that something, an altercation is happening, and I managed to get the guy in that position. That's how the first move would start, right? So it's like a snapshot in the middle of the fight, this move.
What's that?
And what I think the masters were doing, they're trying to teach you, you know, these self-defense moves, and they're being put into the katas, and over time, a lot of the meaning behind them is being lost. But these are actual moves that you'll see in the UFC, stuff like that. So they're practical moves, they work. So just think to yourself, see that because we think about the two forms of, there's actually 3 types of bunkai, but the 2 that we focus on mostly are, one is the face value. A block is always a block, a punch is always a punch, you know, a kick is always a kick. But really, a block could be a strike. A block could be getting out of a hand lock. A block could be a block, right? A punch could be a takedown. So a lot of different things that they could be in reality. But what we'll do is we'll practice, we'll use the face value meanings. So what the obvious meanings are. And that will help you to make the kata look nicer, okay? Then, you know, we can always practice bunkai and the different versions of the bunkai later. So imagine that this is like somebody's grab a hold of you and you're breaking the grip. You're breaking the grab, right? So their arms are sticking out, you're coming in between, and you're breaking the grip. That's, yeah, it's a common sense one. It works pretty good. So as we're coming in, you're in this position here, right? So to make it look nice, because kata, when we do kata for tournaments or we do it for grading and stuff like that, it has to look good. It has to have good technique. It has to look, the form has to be correct. So to make it look nice, bring the hand back this way, right? So just think for now, just go nice and easy. As you step in, it's kind of almost like my hand doesn't move. I'm not pulling my hand back. I'm bringing the body to the hand.
Where's that?
1, 2, that kind of feeling. Just practice that a couple of times to get that feeling. Yeah. And the thing is, you see, if you look at a lot of other styles, they do this move first. They go this way first. Like in Tomari no Basai or Basai Sho. They do that move in Basai Sho, right? So why don't we do it in this kata? Well, somewhere along the line, I think it was taken out. I think originally it was probably there. Because you see other styles, they do that in Basai. So this is like I'm hooking the leg. So the guy's got a hold of me. So I'm coming in behind his knee. So I'm actually trying to buckle his knee. So I'm coming through, I'm going to buckle the knee and break it. So now he's probably going to end up on the ground because his knee just got buckled by me kicking with my heel into the back of his knee, all right? So that's, if you think of it, that would be the self-defense move. We don't show it in the kata for whatever reason. We just step in. But just imagine that that could be the bunkai, right? So now you've got the motion. How do we move forward? So I can try to see if my weight is here. Stepping doesn't make me move forward. I have to get my weight moving. So if I have one leg behind me, I can always push with that leg. But otherwise, how do I move? So what we do, we keep the crunch. Now we try to push this forward, this way. Right? So you lead with your thighs. You want to move in, keep your stomach tight. You don't want to go back. Crunch, keep this tight, and push the thighs, and you'll shoot forward. So practice that. Yeah. Just keep your glutes tight. And 1, 2. Good. Now when you land, everything finishes. Try not to get this kind of a 1, 2 motion, right? We don't want to go. A lot of times I see this, and then people they drift in afterwards. Everything needs to finish together.
What's that?
Right? So when you move, 1, 2. Yeah. So you're going to come from here, 1, 2. So your hands and your feet finish together. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually your hands and your back foot, your left foot finish at the same time. 1, 2. 2 this way. Yeah, good. Now think of being heavy. Now, like what Sensei Chris was teaching on Saturday about this, it's like you drop it. This whole area sinks. So you don't want to be like up here and lift it up. You want to be able to sink. You compress here. Yeah. Right? So 1, 2. Compress, yeah.
Do you end? I always ended on an angle a little bit.
Yes.
Back, do you? Or
It's slightly, it is because your left foot is behind. So your hips might be at an angle, but you don't want to be like this.
yeah,
Your shoulders are square, but the hips may be off. So my hips might be here, but my shoulders are still straight.
but are you straight up and down, or are you a bit?
No, I want to be straight up and down.
Straight up and down. Okay.
Yeah. See, I want to be. Yeah.
Precise.
I don't want to be leaning one way or the other. And think right heel flat, left heel up.
Yep.
Weight is on this leg, see? This is just for stability. Now, if I drop my other heel, watch what happens to my body. Now I'm very unstable. My weight is between both my feet. So weight here, I'm much more stability. There. This is also probably, I'm trapping the guy's leg. So by coming in this way, his foot now, I'm going behind his heel, and I'm trapping it with the other leg. Right? So I've got him, he can't move. So that's probably more the reason for this. Otherwise, what's the purpose of this? I don't have to do this. I can be stable that way. I can turn without doing this. I can turn without that, so it's not like it helps me to turn. So what's the purpose of it? It's a trap. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, yeah. Everything at the same time. Boom. Yeah, try not to wobble or anything when you get there. Okay? Make sure this is lifting. This is lifting here. Squeezing your glutes. All right, good. So we get to here. Now the next move is a shoot-down block this way, right? So I'm going to turn this way and block. And then I shorten the stance just a little bit. So I'm here. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right. Yeah. 1, 2. 1. Mm-hmm. Okay, so not too bad. So now we've done this 1, 2. Now the next one is this way, right? I always hated that move until I learned what it was. Yeah. I still don't like it. So imagine I'm over here, right? I've done 1, 2. So this is supposed to be a Shukokai, coming this way, blocking here, right? So that's the obvious bunkai. But really, that's not what it is. I'm breaking the guy's elbow. So I'll do that part again. So I come in here, I go 1, 2, and I go this way. So imagine the guy could be grabbing my wrist. Break it, pull it off, grab, and now I break his elbow. Okay?
Right.
So, could I use you, Linda? Real quick.
She
You haven't
doesn't
done a fight, have you?
She's got insurance, we're good.
Do the washing up.
All right. So imagine it's a different move now. It could be the same person I'm fighting. The reason I'm turning is because, you see, if I'm fighting with Linda here, it doesn't mean I'm done with her and I'm fighting another guy. It could be I'm moving this way to get a different angle on her. Okay? It doesn't mean that I got rid of that person and there's another person. It could be the same person. But let's just say she grabs my wrist. Yeah. Okay? So I bring it up this way to break it. So I'm working against the thumb. You see it? Come closer. I'm working against the thumb here to break the grip. But sometimes they just hang on and you can't get them off, right? So I'm bringing this one across and I'm breaking it off. Okay? So go again. So just don't grab so hard. Don't grab too hard. It's just so you can show the movement. So 1, 2. Go back. Grab me again. 1, 2. We got it here. And now hyperextend the elbow. Snap. That's the break. Okay? So instead of trying to think, oh, the guy's punching me, I better block it. I mean, I wouldn't try to, in real life, would you try to do that? The guy's trying to punch me, I'm going to block like this. You're going to get it in the face, right? So that's what the story is that we're telling, but actually it's not what's really happening. So I'm here, she grabs me, I try to break it, I come across, I pull it off, I grab her. And now I come in, hyperextend the elbow. If she moves with me, then she'll just go around, all right? So now what I'm going to do here is I move it out of the way, and I'm ready for something else, right? So 1, 2, okay? That would be the 1, 2 motion. So a lot of times what we look at as a block isn't a block. It's getting the person out of the way. It could be like this block here. Well, it could be that I've got it here and I'm going for an extension. See? We see this as the block, but really I might be doing this. It's an arm bar, right? I'm trying to hyperextend the elbow. So let's get that. So think about that when you do it. So you're here, you go 1, 1, 2, 3. That's the break, and then another block, right? So just imagine now that you've got the person's arm, and you're going to rotate this part here into the back of the elbow. Bang. Okay. If they're good, they'll move with it, and that takes a lot of the power out of it. So then you have to do something else. All right. So go ahead and practice that now. Yeah. That looks nice, yeah, good, yeah, good, okay. This might make you feel better about what the moves are. Otherwise, we're just like practicing blocking and punching, and it gets very boring, right? So you think about what's really happening. Okay, so imagine I've got the person, I'm trying to break their elbow, right? But a smart person, if they have a chance, will try to go with it. So they move around, right? So now this one, I could be hitting with a back fist. That block could be a back fist strike. And then I'm going down, taking the front leg and lifting off the ground. Okay? So imagine the person standing here, the knee is bent, like right there. And I'm on the other side of it. So I hit him in the face, I go down, I pick up, hook behind the knee, and lift him up. Right? So, we're told, oh, it's a kick, and you're catching the kick and lifting it up. I don't know if I would want to do that if my life was on the line. I mean, I'm going to go, there's a kick coming, I'm going to get down with my face where the kick is coming. We should be able to do that, but it's not something I would necessarily do in a real fight, right? So I'm in this position, and now someone's going to kick. So I go, okay, I'm ready for your kick. I'm putting myself in danger. Because even if I catch the foot, the punch is coming right afterwards. Right? The guy's kicking me, he's coming in with the punch or something. So after I've done this one, okay, get that out of the way, hit the back fist, and the kata shows me going here, but most likely it will be going this way. Come in this way, hook behind the knee, and use my legs to lift him up and throw him back on his head, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, so continue that now. So you've just done 1, 2, and think, catch the knee. If the person was really close to you, you could come back.
You do with your left hand.
You would catch with your right, because your right hand's coming up here.
Right, so.
And the kata says right.
1, 2, so you're there, right?
Okay, so you just broke 1, you did the back fist.
1.
Okay. Now take your blocking hand and go down.
Well, yeah, what are you doing with this one is what I'm asking. The other one.
Well, you still have the guy's hand in your hand if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you don't show that in the kata, but this is a version of the bunkai, right? Come across and lift him up. So now he's getting thrown back this way.
Yeah. Because when they lift the leg, they don't just stop there, do they? They literally ask you to lift it and bring it back. So.
Yeah, you would come up you know, almost like you're doing an uppercut. The guy's chin or something like that.
So
It's all legs. I hook here. Now, the only way I can lift it, the guy's big, he's a heavy guy. I can't try to lift him off. I use my legs. And I use that momentum that I create with my legs to continue punch. And I'm not going to. So to use the big muscles. That's the catch. And so to make it look nice, you can do it like this here. So this is say I'm here. Well, the cut this is I step back. So I come back here, like I go, like I'm catching the leg.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So you come in over this side. 1, 2. Yeah.
You
And
stabilize with the
together. Sorry, second.
No, you also use the other arm to kind of
Exactly,
stabilize. So you get the
Right, yeah. Right. So I'm here, 1, and like as the secret says, I lift this hand. This helps me to hikite on the 1, 2. See, they finish. This finishes the same time as this and this. All 3 finish 1, 2 together. Think of it like that. So watch when I do this move. It's like this. Start this way and go this way. Oh, so I'm hitting with this part of my arm here, this part here. So when I do it, I go 1, 2. See, nice and sharp. 1, 2. Yeah. Nice, Yana. Be careful you don't go too backwards this way. Make sure you stay with your crutch, right? That was nice. Yep, good. Use the other hand, like we were saying. Good. So Dom, you might be going. I can't tell because you were turning the other way. You might be going too far out. It tends to kind of slow you down. Bring it close.
Closer to my body.
Like you're going to do a down block here, but the hand goes the other way. Just flip the hand over. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
What's this? Yeah.
Good. Nice, man. That was it. Yeah.
Ah.
Right. Good. Okay. So everybody face the camera this way. So instead of like the way you were facing. Now the next move is the block and the block and here, right? So just go ahead and do it a few times. I just want to watch how everybody does it. Go ahead. Good.
About how I do it.
So just step in. You step in with your right foot, block, block with the left,
What's that?
and then you go to here.
Here. Here.
Good. Okay. So watch. We don't want to just use one side of the body. See this? As we go, this hand works too. It's very subtle and not noticeable, but as I go forward, this goes with my foot. See the hand, my right hand comes back, my left hand goes forward, and my right foot goes forward at the same time. 1. See? So I come in. 1, 2. 1, 2. So use that other hand for hikite. it. Nice. Yeah, good.
I say, when we come up,
Quite good, right? So I'm not really telling you guys anything you don't know already, but just making
when
sure
we
we
come
got
up,
that.
the feet are together though. They're not shoulder width, are they? Like when we
What is
come up,
that?
are the feet
No,
together?
feet are shoulder width.
They still are shoulder width?
Yeah, in this, it could be anything, but in this particular, the way that we do it, the feet are shoulder width apart.
So when we come up,
A lot of katas are together.
yeah.
So really, can I use you again? Okay. So, you know, the kata, the obvious application would be the guy's punching, I'm blocking, and he punches again and I'm blocking, right? Or he's punching, I'm blocking, I'm trying to get that one out of the way. You know. But again, thinking about, you know, being practical. So imagine Linda's coming with a punch. Just punch with this one, right? So I'm in this position, right? So what I'm doing is I'm catching that arm, right? So I'm coming up here, and this is a strike. Okay. Now, the next one, I'm going to switch hands, and I'm coming this way. Okay. It can be done both ways. It can be done under, or it can be done over. And this is actually a takedown. So, all right. You're going to go down, right? So she comes in. So this hand, my hikite hand, see? This hand was here already. So even if I'm just, it's a different situation. Somebody comes, I can just block it. I grab, and this is a strike now. Hammer fist strike to the side of the jaw or the temple. One. Okay? And now from here, I grab the other arm, and I come across, it can be this way, because I'm in that position, or it can be from underneath, right? So it's a pulling motion. But just think, from here I come into by the bicep, the top of the bicep, and I just drop my weight. Sorry. She's going to go down pretty easy, right? Okay. So, yeah. So I'm here like this, right? Boom. So now at this point, she's going down. If she goes down on the ground, the fight's over. Right? I stomp on her or whatever, and I run away. But the reason for the fight continuing is because she's always managing to get out of it. She's managing to block or whatever, right? So at this point, I go like this, and maybe now she grabs my wrist, other hand. Okay? I come this way. That's my hands are here now. Strike. Okay? Then I come across this way, I punch, and I hyperextend the arm. This way. The elbow again. Like I showed you before, right? So, come this way. This is a hyperextension. Can you pull it up? I don't know if I can show you elbow. I get the elbow this way, and I pull this way.
What's that?
So I'm not gonna.
I know, but even
So that's the motion, right? So I'm here, strike the face, I switch, I punch, and I come with a hyperextension here. Okay, that's the motion that to take to finish her off, right? Nice. Okay. So block, strike, okay. Take down. She grabs my wrist. I bring her in like an Aikido move. I get her in this position here. Here, strike. But you never let go of the limb. You always hold on to the limb for close fighting because I always know where her head is. If I hold on to somebody's arm, their head is always at the end of the arm. I don't have to look for it. I don't have to so, you know, it could be the dark, the lights could turn out. I'll still know where the head is.
What's that?
So always hold on to it because also the same thing, you have control over the person, right? So I have her in this position like this. I know that my punch will be right there. And in case the punch doesn't work, I follow up with an arm bar afterwards, right? So I come in, catch the arm, strike, okay? I switch hands. This is the takedown, okay? She grabs my wrist. I grab and I flip it over this way. Strike, punch, and arm bar. Because think to yourself, if you're fighting somebody, why would you want to go 1, 2, 1, 2? You know, a punch and a back fist, maybe. A punch and a block. If I'm punching him and then I'm blocking, it's not practical, right? So you think to yourself, the katas were originally created from moves that existed that were self-defense moves. They just kind of put a whole bunch of moves together and made a kata out of it. So, everything was very close fighting. It wasn't like karate fighting where we're of a distance and we could spar. This is it's what they call non-consensual violence. Have you ever heard that expression? There's two types. There's consensual violence and non-consensual violence. Consensual violence is, okay, you cut me off in traffic, I get out, we both get out, and we're like, okay, we're going to fight. We're both agreeing to the fight. Or we go to a tournament. We both agree that we're fighting, right? It's consensual, the fight. Non-consensual is you attack me, but I don't want to fight. So I have to defend myself. But all the way through, it's like, I don't want to fight. I'm not causing the fight. So there's two types of violence, right? Consensual, non-consensual. Kata, karate is supposed to be non-consensual. So somebody grabs me, it's like, oh, I don't want to fight, get out of it. That didn't work, I have to do something. I have to keep going until I can get away from the guy, right? And if he gets hurt in the meantime, well, that's his own fault kind of thing. But we don't go looking for fights, right? That's why you see the katas almost always end with a block, begin with a block, right? It's not, karate ni sentenashi, there is no first attack in karate. Okay, since we get into sparring, it's different. But that's more of the sports side of things. So think to yourself, you're in close, why would I be doing these movements? These are probably more of a jiu-jitsu type move, more like wrestling type movements, right? You know, like this move here. Well, that is hyperextending the person's arm and maybe even pushing them down. You know, you can break the arm, or you can catch a person this way and flip them over. So now they're in this position like this. It's for close-in type fighting. The kicking and punching are added into it. Okay, so let's go from the beginning of the kata now. So use your imagination when you're doing this, right? So first move, ready? And lead with your thighs. Go, hey, 1, 2. Now turn, hey, 1, 2. Hey, and turn. You're breaking the guy's arm. Okay, good. Hey, block again. There could be a back fist. Hey, catch from under the knee and flip them up. Good. Come on in. Hey, 1. That's a block, but it could be a strike. And this is a block, but it could be a takedown. Why would I stop like this? I would never stop like this in the middle of a fight, unless I had the guy's arm, like twisting it. The hand is here, ready for this one, right? And also, because the arm is there, I can follow the arm and I hit the hip. I just slide it straight down the arm, I'm going to hit the hip. I don't have to even look, all right? So we go 1, 2, 3. They're blocks each time, but 4, 5. Yeah. Do them like blocks, but use your imagination. Now come in, down block. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very flowery way of grabbing the guy's arm. Okay, you would just grab him. Break. Side kick. Turn. 1 and 2. Good. All right. So these blocks are probably more like strikes. You know, if a guy is he's really close to me, he's trying to punch me, I'm not going to block like this. The story in the kata is they block. So we make them look like blocks and they're beautiful, nice, pretty moves, and maybe we get a gold medal. But in reality, this is probably a strike to the neck and another strike to the neck, right? Or going backwards. Instead of going forwards, I might be going backwards, striking, all right? Now, we come up and we do this move here, okay, and then we punch. So do that from here, come back to here, and go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. How comfortable do you feel hitting somebody in the ribs like this? You think you can knock them out and drop them?
No, but it seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
It'd be fun, and it looks good in the movies.
Like maybe
But if a guy's trying to really do some damage to you, you're going to go, oh, I'm going to hit him in the ribs. This is one of the weakest things you could do. Now, the ribs are a little delicate over here. But while I'm doing that, my face is vulnerable too, right? I mean, his arms are up here. I go like this, and he goes boom, boom, my face, right? So what I think of it is, I'm coming up here, it's a headbutt. And then the punches, instead of going this way, are more coming in like a V here. So you're punching this way, pressing this way, like this. I was watching an old Okinawa guy, one of the masters on video, and he was saying the way they punch can be a slight angle, like a diagonal, this way. And what happens is a compression. When you hit, it compresses the organs, and it's actually quite painful. So you're coming in this way, rather than trying to do this motion here. So probably I get this out of the way, I go for a headbutt. If I don't get him, he gets his head out the way, and I come in here.
All right, so how does that apply like for a Nanku when you're here?
Well, Ananku is supposed to be the guy's got my wrists, and I'm snapping it off. But same again. See, you're seeing this motion here. Probably more practical would be to come in at a slight like pinching, coming this way.
Same thing.
At an angle here. Right? So one, how is it? Here. Two, when you do the motion here. All right, but I'm talking about the actual practical bunkai as opposed to the way we do it for practicing our technique, you know? Yeah, so we go this way, but more, think of it as self-defense. It would be like a double headbutt and bang into the stomach. So you got the liver on one side and the spleen on the other side. So even if you miss those, you go into the stomach here. Right? Boom, like that. Okay? And then this one here, the guy's in front of me, and Oizuki is not practical. The guy's like right here. I'm hitting him here. My Oizuki is going to go past his head. So how about a takedown? Right? So I hit him. I slide in. My knee goes past his knee, and I come this way. So instead of a punch, that's the move. Taking him down, right? But we do it like a punch. So come back to here. So now use your legs. So we want to show some power. So use your legs. 1 and 2. And now from here, my body moves to the hand. Don't go back. Forward. Punch. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's it. So we don't want to punch from here, see? That's a short punch. But we don't want to pull the arm back. So what happens, I'm here, my body has to move to the hand. So I get 1, I'm here, 2.
Yeah.
Right? But think of it, could be a takedown. Good.
I'm still putting my hand
Yeah. Let it come back more, Dominic. Let it come back more from here. So that means you just have to go forward more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it takes play. You got to play with it for a while to get it. You know, it's not something that comes.
I caught myself moving my arm back rather than myself forward.
Yeah. But if you do it slowly, something, you know, when you have time to practice, you're here. Just practice like, just kind of get this feeling of this.
I need more space as well.
Let me see you do it, Yana. Go ahead. 1, 2, and 3. Good, yeah. So the other hand helps, see? I'm here. This one. Push this one forward. See, I'm going like this. Yeah.
There's a key on there.
Yeah. Good, okay. So after that punch, we come to here. So what is that move doing exactly? I'm blocking and I'm blocking. I don't know. Some people, one interpretation, it could be I've got the guy in a chokehold and I'm pulling, I'm choking, I've got a hold of his arm and I'm stretching him, making him longer. This way. But think of it like person kicks. So you know how normally you would do number 10? Okay, so he comes in for a kick, but I'm catching him on the other side. Catch him this way now. All right? So my leg is forward. It comes in here, and I grab him up on top, like on the side of the neck or something, and I go this way. All right? So I'm bringing his head down and his leg up. I'm just dumping him. So I'm here. The kick comes. I block, catch, and I come in this way. Right? So instead of like, it is like trying to scoop the leg, right? But like you would if you're doing it like number 10. Like you block, do a normal block, and you catch. You block, catch, and opposite. Okay, so start from the beginning now. You've got a couple minutes, and try to go all the way through. But these are bunkais that you can practice in your own time. Looking quite good, yeah. So, you know, when we do kata, like for a tournament or when we practice the kata itself, we should practice for the form and the technique and making it look sharp and everything, like as if we were going for a test or as if we're doing a tournament, right? Sorry. And that improves your technique, because you're learning how to get all the gears and everything, all the torsion and everything mixed into the kata. You're also getting a good workout. I mean, you're getting this repetition, so it's establishing the technique in your body. You're also strengthening the body while you're doing it, right? So that kind of doing the kata for those reasons is still good, because you're getting in good shape, you're getting strong, you're getting cardiovascular, you're practicing your technique, so when you spar, you'll have better technique, right? And when you do the more hidden bunkai, that's more the self-defense. You know, somebody grabs me, is how I get out of it, kind of a thing, right? And I want to start putting together some drills, but I can't do it until we can get together, because you need the two-person drills. So you're doing the kata, and the other person is doing the inverse of the kata, you know, the negative of the kata. So like he grabs, you break, you punch, he blocks. So that way the kata can keep going. So you can have about 8 or 10 moves in the kata, constantly flowing back and forth like it's a real fight going on. Okay? So what that teaches you, it teaches you in a real situation, somebody does something, you do that, well, that didn't work. Well, the kata is designed, well, that didn't work, so I have to do this. That didn't work, so I have to do this. It keeps you going. You're managing your failures in the kata. So it's very good for like for self-defense situations. Somebody jumps out the bushes and grabs you, yeah? That kind of thing.
But you're going to say
that's what karate was started for, like originally. There was no sparring. They barely ever sparred. It was more, you know, I used to hear stories, all they ever did was kata. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I could have done that, just kata my whole life. But really, karate as we know it today grew out of the kata. The moves that they used to do were close-in fighting moves that were basically got put together in sequences into the katas, and then it grew to what we do today from that. So that's the roots, really, is the kata. I wouldn't, if you told me that 15, 20 years ago, I wouldn't have believed you. I'm like, nah. But I'm starting to see it now. It's taking me a while to figure it out. I'm a slow learner when it comes to that. Anyway, so good, guys. So just think, you know, when you're doing kata, think of the bunkai. It makes your kata so much stronger, so much better. And anybody watching you can see, wow, there's a different life in the kata now, because you have a certainty about it. The confidence is there, right? Yes. Good to practice it. Let's finish up.
Yes.
Right, so thanks everybody for making it to class. And see you Thursday. Yes?
Yes. Any right?
Any right?
Thank you, guys. All right, have a good night.